Alright. Welcome. My name is Christopher Russell, and this is my first real vlog video. Now I say real because I tried recording my days multiple times in the past and they never really made it to YouTube, and even if they made it, then I wasn't able to keep up the consistency of posting. So now I decided I have better motives to work for, hence I should definitely just document my journey. So that's what we are doing. I'm doing a service to myself by documenting my everydays, because the ultimate goal is bettering myself, and for that today we are going on a run. Now you might say it's a bit counterintuitive to go for a run with a car, but the place where I would like to run is a bit far away and it's outside of an urban area, so we are going into nature, guys. We are going to witness the beauty of nature right before snowfall. And so just as a quick introduction into who am I and what am I doing. So basically I started online entrepreneurship a couple of years ago, and everything started by me learning how to create 3D animations with Blender. And so back in the day there used to be this concept of backrooms. This was an internet creepypasta, and the animations that I made got some traction. And within 4 months I managed to monetize the YouTube channel. And on the first day of monetization I made $100. And the crazy part about all of this is that it just made me realize that, man, it's real, you can make money online. So I was hooked. And ever since that day I never looked back. I turned 22 days ago and I'm on my own. I'm trying to figure shit out by myself. I have multiple business ventures and I basically skip university, unlike any of my high school friends. Actually, I have a friend who also skipped university. He's also an entrepreneur, so I'm going to link his channel down below. He has some great sauce. So for that reason I skipped university, because even back in high school at a certain point I was making more than my teachers. So it just made sense to not waste any more of my time or any more of my parents' money on further education to degrees which wouldn't even exist when I finished them. So I decided, it's better to stay home, lock in and work. That's what I'm doing. What I'm doing basically changed a lot over these years. I tried multiple business models and I failed like so many times that it's hard to count. But the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship is that at a certain point it starts to compound. At a certain point everything starts to make sense. In the beginning you read the books, you watch all of the YouTube videos, you try to make sense of everything. There's so much new information out there, but the only thing you're really focusing on is getting the bag, getting the money, but you don't know how. And so there are certain pivotal points in your journey where you understand that money is really just an exchange of value. So if you want to make money, you have to provide people with something of value. And if you do that, then you're making money. So I had these realizations. I realized that, okay, I need to create a service or a product that somehow makes money for the certain individual who I'm trying to serve. And everything started by video editing. Now I know you would ask what happened to the YouTube channel. You said you made $100 on the first day. That's right, but those videos were super hard to make, super complicated. They took weeks to finish a 1 or 2 minute project. And they were simply not sustainable, especially because in high school I didn't have much time on my hands. So because of that I knew that I need something else. I need another business model. I need to figure out another way of making money where I can leverage my time better. And also those videos only paid 0.33 cents per 1,000 views. So yeah, the niche was nothing where advertisers would have advertised their stuff, you know, so yeah, it was pretty cooked, but I figured out a way. Because of my already existing skills, I realized I know video editing pretty damn well. And so I should maybe start video editing agency. I should leverage my already existing knowledge in a way where I can provide value to other business owners. I was into SMMA at the time, so I realized, well, what if I try video editing? What if I try to offer video editing services for SMMA owners? They had to think of the competition, like where are these gurus currently sourcing their video editors? Most likely on Upwork or on Fiverr. And so I had a different approach. I started outreaching to them on Instagram, and not by cold messaging or not by spamming 50 or 100 people every single day trying to sell my shitty services. No, what I did was I took their long form videos and I turned them into short form videos and I sent them those. And so what happened is that I provided value up front without trying to convince them that I am the guy who they are looking for. They could see it for themselves. And so with this approach, the first guy who I messaged, I closed on that very day. Yeah, I should probably overtake this guy. Hell yeah. So back to the story. I landed that guy on my first try. And it felt so great because I was so desperate. Like I had 7 to 8 different business ideas, business models that I tried before that, and nothing worked. Nothing. I tried affiliate marketing, I tried multiple YouTube automation channels, I tried dropshipping, like everything that there's in the textbook I tried. And nothing seemed to work. So when I truly started to think about a different approach that everyone was preaching, and I figured out the solutions on my own, they worked. How amazing. So now I have the proven formula on how to get clients and how I could build my cash flow. And as time moved on, I started to get greedy. I started to think that I deserve more, I deserve better, I should quit school, I should try different business ventures which provide more leverage over my time. I started investing into crypto. I had a few good plays, I had a few bad plays. It was really just a mess. And now lately I'm doing something completely different, something that has almost unlimited leverage. And that of course is AI automations. Now these AI automations basically make it easier for content creators to just focus on their content and the core value production instead of the distribution, instead of writing the newsletter, posting the tweets. And the reason for that is, again, leverage. I realized if I build out these systems for myself and for one of the creators that I'm working together with, I don't have to do all of the manual labor. I free myself up a lot of time, and I free a lot of time for him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, for the first time when I tried building out an automation completely from scratch, I didn't know what to do. There were so many little pieces that you had to combine, and everything had to work in synergy. It was super complicated. And okay, on YouTube there are a few individuals who are posting stuff about this, but you know, it's not always that easy. It's not always that easy that it seems to be. So I had to figure it out on my own, and so after hours and hours of trial and error, after a couple of days, I finally had a product. I finally had an automation that would basically take the transcript of the YouTube video and turn it into a newsletter in the style and tonality of Denko, because I trained the AI model on the style of Denko. And when I presented this to the creator that I'm working together with, he was amazed at the quality of the newsletter. Like, it was truly something that only a copywriter who you are paying upwards $2,000 to $3,000 is willing to make. That's how good the quality was, and that's simply because I trained the AI model on the right data, and I pieced together the different APIs and the different modules to work together in complete synergy so that the output can be perfect. It worked so well that after a couple of weeks, this creator who I'm going to talk about a lot in the future, and I'm going to reveal his identity as well, pitched me an idea that we should start an AI automation agency for creators with the knowledge that I have, because he already has knowledge in sales, he already has a network of individuals, because they would genuinely benefit from these systems. So that's what we did. We hopped on a call, we discussed every single detail of how these automations work, how these agents work, how I train the AI models, and what are the services that we can offer people. And the outcome was that after that call, he managed to close 2 clients at $4,000 each. $2,500 for the setup fee and $1,500 on a monthly retainer. And so I'm going to talk more in depth about this business model and how we are operating it, what we are doing exactly, but just thinking about how everything just instantly started to happen right after my birthday is just crazy. You know, I had this feeling in me for weeks that I have knowledge on AI and prompting and things in its nature that not many people have, and that's because I started using AI back in 2021 when ChatGPT wasn't even a thing. It was just a mere concept. OpenAI had a tool called Playground back then, and you were able to use generative AI for writing small chunks of text, writing a couple of sentences, but the problem was it lost a chain of thought pretty quickly, and the context window was also pretty small. So, but it worked, and ever since then I used it nearly every day to summarizing a couple of YouTube videos, summarizing my voice memos, and because of that it was ingrained in me on how to input, on what the inputs need to be in order to get the best outputs. And it was so mesmerizing to me, like, it was crazy. And I think because of that initial phase of ChatGPT, when it was so bad that you really need to nail in every single prompt that you gave it to him, I developed the skill set of how to talk with these machines in a way that they are just giving the outputs that I want. And because of that understanding, I was able to ascend from a simple video editor to someone who is right now building a full-on creative AI agency with another creator, and we are both leveraging our knowledge. He has the sales knowledge, he has the past experiences of getting on calls, making sure that we are getting paid on the call, and I have the experience of building out these tools. I have the experience of leveraging these tools in a way that no one else can. So that's what I'm doing currently, and that's why I'm trying to document my journey, because the last thing that I want to do is attack myself, you know. As cliche as it sounds, I'm really at a point where my biggest enemy is myself, in a way that when things get quiet at the end of the day, and I look in the mirror and I can't fool myself, you know. No one can fool themselves, really. They can fool everyone around them, but not themselves. When you look in the mirror at the end of the day, you can't fool yourself on how much you did to make progress. And when everything's peaceful around the man, the only thing they can attack is themselves. And I had these problems multiple times, almost on a day-to-day basis. When I go to bed, I try to fall asleep and I just simply can't, because the voices in my head don't let me, because I know I could have done better, I could have done more. And by documenting this journey, I'm doing a service to myself, and I'm also doing a service to you, because you can see like the raw aspect of things, like the raw reality of a 20-year-old kid basically in Romania trying to build a business. And you can see like how I approach different things. You are going to see how I'm building out all of these systems. You can learn a lot. Yeah, so that's it. We arrived to the location. I'm going to unclip my camera. Let's go. I'm going to show you around a bit. Okay. So we are in the forest. The forest is good. Forest is great. Sometimes you need to just disconnect, and I'm willing to drive 20-30 minutes to get to a place like this, clear my mind, just connect with nature and my thoughts really, and have a good run basically. You know, in these urban environments, you really just can't focus on yourself so much. You are almost always rushing, and you don't have time to digest what your body has to say, what your mind has to say, what your soul has to say. And if you want to figure shit out on your own, you need to spend time with yourself, in a sense that you have to understand yourself. If you need expert advice, you better just ask yourself and listen closely. Jot down a couple of things, journal, try to figure out your own solutions, try to figure out your own approach. And I'm telling you, it works. You just sometimes need to slow down and just see the beauty around you. That's it for this video. That's it for this video. I'm going to put my camera down. I'm going to run 5 to 7 kilometers and head back home, lock in. I don't know yet if this is going to be on a weekly basis or just on a daily basis. We'll figure that out, but yeah, as you can see, I don't have a Lambo, but I fucking love this car. It gets the job done, it's fun, and it allows me to get to places like this, so let's get it.